G'day, my name is Mikaela Mulveney and this is Real World News. The Queensland University of Technology just conferred scholarships to multiple students with ideas for startup companies. Joining me today is one of them. Sarah Eisenmenger founded a STEM education business, Zest Robotics, that aims to increase STEM confidence in school-age female students and attract them to a field that is often dominated by men. Welcome, Sarah. So what first inspired you to pursue your passion in STEM?
My first inspiration came from when I joined my school robotics club in high school. I was in grade 9, and when I first joined the robotics club, I walked into a classroom full of 20 or so boys where I was the only girl. And you can imagine how that would make a young high school student feel. I felt alone, kind of alienated. I felt like I didn't fit in. And most importantly, I felt like I wanted to quit. That's a problem that we're seeing time and time again in primary schools, high schools, universities, where in these clubs and in STEM classrooms, there is such a large gender gap between girls and boys. And that was one of the first times that I experienced that firsthand in my life. So that experience for me, joining the robotics club, was one of the first times that I knew I wanted to make a difference in the STEM community. So I worked with my teachers over the next 2 years to build up my experience in educating, presenting, and robotics experience as well, until I was confident enough to bring a platform to my school and to bring a platform to the community, Zest Robotics, where girls could come and feel confident learning about STEM and robotics without any gender bias.
Amazing. So tell us a bit about Zest Robotics. What is it all about?
So Zest Robotics was founded in 2019, and it's a female-led initiative that helps girls to kind of grow in the STEM space and find the confidence that they need to go out into the world and kind of make room for themselves. So we do workshops around Southeast Queensland where girls come in and they learn about robotics, engineering and STEM in general. And our goal is to equip them with the confidence, the skills, the leadership needed to then take their skills that they learn in that workshop back to their school and kind of implement their own initiatives within their school to increase that gender gap that they're seeing.
Awesome. So how do you think Zest Robotics will impact society, especially young females?
So running these workshops across Southeast Queensland, we've been seeing some pretty broad changes, but focusing in on the Sunshine Coast, especially where I grew up, I'm seeing some definite changes. For example, my first robotics competition that I went to, there wasn't a girls' team there. And then when I go back to that same competition 3 years later, when I'm volunteering, I'm then seeing there's 3, 4, 5 all-girls teams there. And they're not only just participating, but they're actually winning at some of these competitions. So these are the changes that I've been really happy to see, and it kind of drives my passion for my business.
That's great. Have you encountered any difficulties so far in your business journey?
So there are always difficulties being a young woman in STEM and entrepreneurship. One of them has been imposter syndrome and feeling like maybe I don't have the expertise needed to take on a business, which is definitely not true. Anyone of any age can take on a business. The other one being that girls in these spaces, they tend not to have a lot of room and their voices tend to not be heard. So one of the ways that I'm combating this with my business is giving women and girls a platform to kind of come together and learn.
Yeah, so what's next for Zest Robotics and what's your ultimate goal with your business?
In the future, we want to expand beyond Southeast Queensland. We're hoping to take it to other states in Australia and also create an online platform where students can tune in virtually to learn from our workshops. That is making our workshops a lot more accessible to people all across Australia. We also want to work to develop curriculum for teachers to use within schools as well.
Amazing. Well, that's such an important thing for young women in the world today, and I really appreciate your time talking to us.
Thank you.
So that's all we got time for today. My name is Mikaela Mulveney, and this is Real World News. See you next time.